We're not.
Oh, boy, am I out of breath from that run, Rabbi.
Oh boy, I've got to take my ski boots off. That's always the best feeling when I can take off my ski boots. Chag Sameach, everyone. It's great to see you. It took a while to get here to the temple, but we are all dressed in things that have brought us joy during these past several months. And so I see Rabbi Sapphire. It looks like Disney Plus really saved you during these months, Rabbi. And I have learned skiing that has helped me get outside. Cantor Zell.
I am hopeful that I will be going to Hawaii with my husband on a honeymoon at some point this year. So looking forward to that possible joy in 2021.
Rabbi Sherman, I don't know if you've been like out in the woods cutting trees.
Working on it. Yep.
So it is great to see everyone. It is in moments like these that we need Purim, our day that reminds us to just celebrate, even in the darkest of moments when we are challenged by the world outside. Sometimes we need to laugh and sing and rejoice together. And that's what tonight is all about. So it's great to see all of you. We encourage you to go into gallery view, especially because we're in the sanctuary, and you'll see our faces up close if you're in gallery view. If not, you'll see the wider shot of the sanctuary. We're also joined by members of the band so that we can join in the joy of Purim. And this year, we're really focused on the 4 mitzvot of Purim. In some ways, the pandemic has stripped us of many things that kind of pull us away from the core of Jewish learning. And we learn in our tradition that Purim is about 4 mitzvot. One is to hear the Megillah, and we'll hear the Megillah this evening. 2 is to send packages to one another. And so some of us have baked Hamantashen, others have made phone calls. The third one is to give gifts to the poor, and you'll hear more about that later as we give tzedakah to those in need. And the fourth is actually just to rejoice, to sing, to laugh, and I hope we'll all do that together this evening. So, Cantor Zell?
I have a really important question for all of my friends out there in Zoom world. We're calling it Zoom Sean tonight. Have you ever shaken or shook or shaken a grogger? So my friends in the band, let's sing. Oh, is that not C? Oh, my little Hawaiian ukulele seems to be out of tune. Is that okay? Here we go. Did you ever shake a grogger, a grogger, a grogger? Did you ever shake a grogger on Purim day? Shake it upward, shake it downward, shake it forward, shake it backwards. Did you ever shake a grogger on Purim day? Woo! And so, my friends, that is a great way for us to know that we have the freilich, we have the joy in the room. Even if you might not have a grogger in your hand, your hands themselves on Zoom can become groggers. And we're going to explore that more in just a moment. But before we go any further, I have to say a huge todah rabbah to a lot of my friends who are in the Zoom room in Zoom Shan tonight for participating in our first ever intergenerational choir. And so what you are about to see is extremely exciting. It's a medley featuring our youngest to our most seasoned singers. And I hope you will enjoy this video with a lot of love from us.
אני פורים שמח ומבדח, הלא רק פעם בשנה אבוא להתארח. לה 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 שלוש פינות הכובע שלי, לולא היו לו שלוש פינות, לא היה זה הכובע שלי. My hat, it has three corners, three corners it has my hat. And if it had three corners, it would not be my hat. Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name, sir. He lied and lied about the Jews, though they were not to blame, sir. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And not some Taschen. Esther was the lovely queen of King Ahasuerus. When Haman said he'd hurt us all, oh my, how he did scare us. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And not some Taschen. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And not some Taschen.
I would be sounding my groggers out of pure joy and celebration of what we just saw.
So thank you to our choirs. Now we're going to sing together in the sanctuary. And if you would like to make grogger motions, or our student Rabbi Lesner, Ryan, is going to teach us some dance moves. So if you go into gallery view, I hope you see Ryan. If you don't, because we're going to follow Ryan, hopefully it will pass along from one person to the next. So whatever Ryan's doing, we're going to follow, and then hopefully we'll see all of our Zoom screens, all of those princesses, queens, kings, doggies. I don't even want to name some of the things that I'm seeing a lot of great costumes. So let's begin some singing in the sanctuary. I have my grogger. And here we go.
All right, look for the sriracha bottle. He's in charge. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol HaYehudim, Masecho Rashanim, Zmiro Perekudim. Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Bara Ashanim. Purim Day, happy, joyous holiday. Wear a mask, wear a crown, dancing round and round. Round go the groggers, rush, rush, rush. Round go the groggers, rush, rush, rush. Round go the groggers, rush, rush, rush. On Purim Day. Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name, sir. He lied and lied about the Jews, though they were not to blame, sir. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Hamintashin. Esther was the lovely queen of King Ahasuerus. When Haman said he'd hurt us all, oh my, how he did scare us. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Hamintashin. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Hamintashin.
Thank you, Sir Spicy Lesnar. That was awesome. So I am impressed with our dancing. So we are about to perform the mitzvah of hearing the Megillah. So since we can't hear one another, when we hear that name of that person I shouldn't name, we're going to make hand motions or get the loudest thing in your house and show it in front of the Zoom screen. It could be a dog. It could be a baby. It could be a trumpet. I see balloons ready to be popped. I've got to scroll through my Zoom screen. I see maracas. I see a harmonica, a guitar, a pan, and a metal spoon. There is creativity out there in TBE Zoom land. Maracas and shakers.
Oh my.
And a trumpet. And I think someone's just pointing to their own mouth because they're going to scream a whole lot. So, we ready, Cantor?
I think we are ready. And so before we begin with the blessing over the Megillah, I want to explain what you're going to hear. And there's going to be some pop quizzes, some little trivia opportunities to come. But this year, we know that actually every year, Purim is all about poking a little bit of fun at life. And I thought, what better time to poke fun at our lives than this past year? So there is a special pandemic theme to some of our original song selections, and we're going to ask some important questions in the coming moments, but listen in and see if you can pick out some of these themes. So let's join with Victor for the blessings over the Megillah. An amen will work very well from home. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mikra Megillah.
Amen. Let's give a heart tap. Will be our amen this evening.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani tzidni l'avotenu v'imotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyemanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
And we all say, Amen. And so we are ready to hear the Megillah in song, in Hebrew, and in translation as we hear the telling in English. And when we hear that evil man's name, we're going to make noise. But first, Cantor Zell, as she's done in years past, has written lyrics to songs. We're going to use the chat room. Let's see if you can guess it. From the 1986 Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, Phantom of the Opera, name a song that is connected to a mask. Anyone get it into the chat room? A song connected to a mask for Phantom of the Opera. I hope the chat room's open.
Right
Masquerade.
away.
Somebody got it already, Cantor. Let's hit it.
Look at
Our
this
first
crew.
ramen. Here we go.
We'll get the lyrics up on the screen so you can follow along. Dear members, welcome to our party, a virtual festivity. Quite a night, we're all dressed in our Purim best. Here's the thing, we simply cannot know what's on below. Your tops are all we can perceive. Masquerade, are your masks bought or homemade? Masquerade, what's a party? It seems I can't remember. Masquerade, every mask a different shade. Masquerade, I can't tell, is it April or December? Here we go, tell the tale, foe or king will prevail. Here on Zoom, queen or beast, all can join our Purim feast. Faces, speaker view, gallery on this merry-go-round. we built in cyberspace. You're on mute, someone calls, what is Zoom? I could flip, Zoom goes down, please restart, volume down. Faces, plug it in, turn it up. You can't frown when you are on the screen of your Zoom interface. Masquerade, all your masks bought or homemade. Masquerade, what's a party? It seems I can't remember. Masquerade, every mask a different shade. Masquerade, I can't tell, is it April or December?
And so, Abby, take it away. The Megillat Esther, the scroll of Esther. Here we go.
ותמהן המלכה ושתי לבוא בדבר המלך אשר ביד הסריסים ויקסוף המלך מאוד בהמתו בערבו.
Excellent. It's good. You didn't even get in costume. You just went in your regular Zoom outfit. All right, now let's hear the English. Rabbi Sapphire.
Long ago, in the land of Persia, King Ahasuerus threw a party for everyone in the kingdom of Shushan to attend. It was a festive affair with friends and family singing and dancing, but one person refused to participate. Queen Vashti, the king's wife, did not want to perform a dance for the king and his friends. Furious that she was no fun, King Ahasuerus banished Vashti.
So here we go, our second song. Some of you may know it from Tommy James and the Shondells in the 60s. Others may know it from the one-hit wonder, Tiffany, a song connected to the quarantine. You can place it in the chat room now.
In fact, we'll give you a hint with an opening bass line. Maybe this will give it away.
The one-hit wonder of Tiffany didn't give it away yet?
Oh!
It has appeared in the chat room. There it is.
Nice.
Here we go. Let's put the lyrics up on the screen.
Vashti, behave. That's what he says when we're together. And watch how you sway. He don't understand, and so I'm running just as fast as I can. Not dancing before any single man. Trying to get away into the night. You can't put your arms around me. I won't twirl down to the ground. Instead, I'll say, I'm leaving the throne now. There doesn't seem to be a feminist around. I'm leaving the throne now. The fleeing of my feet is the only sound. I'm leaving the throne now. There doesn't seem to be a feminist around. I'm leaving the throne now. The fleeing of my feet is the only sound.
Excellent. Rabbi Sapphire in English. Can we continue?
Without a queen, King Ahasuerus is lonely. He decides to hold a beauty pageant to find his next wife. The king picked Esther as queen of the pageant, queen of his heart, and most importantly, queen of Shushan. But Esther has a secret, which is that she is Jewish, and she doesn't even tell the king. All the king knows is that for the first time in forever, he finally doesn't feel alone.
So here we go, everyone. Get your typing in the chat room ready. It's from the movie Frozen.
The first one.
A song that connects us to the uniqueness of this moment in which we're living.
I know what it is, but I don't know how to.
It's okay, Ella.
Somebody.
If you're too young to type, get an adult in the room to type. Oh,
Oh,
Karen
I
Miller for
see,
the
the
win.
Florence family.
But
There we
Jem,
go.
that's a good call, Jem. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, band, let's do this. My heart is now open, so's my door, for a queen who is kind and self-assured. Shushan has 8,000 bachelorettes. Since Vashti's gone, I've roamed these halls, wanting more feasts and fun and balls. There's no time for moping or regrets. There'll be actual real contestants. Hopefully none are deranged. But wow, am I so ready for a change. 'Cause for the first time in forever, there'll be music, there'll be light. For the first time in forever, I'll be dancing through the night. Don't remember quite how to be classy, just have to get in the zone. 'Cause for the first time in forever, I won't feel alone.
All right, Rabbi Sherman, you ready? Chapter 2, Megillat Esther.
והנערה אשר תיטב בעיני המלך תמלא תחת ושתי. ויטב הדבר בעיני המלך ויעש כן. איש יהודי היה בשושן הבירה ושמו מרדכי בן יאיר בן שימי בן קיש איש ימין היא. אשר הוגלה מירושלים עם הגולה אשר הוגלתה עם יחוניה מלך יהודה אשר הגלה נבוכדנצר מלך בבל ויהי הומן את הדסה היא אסתר בת דדו כי אין לה אב ואם והנערה יפתה וטובת מראה ובמות אביה ואימה לקחה מרדכי לא לבד.
All right, our bad guy has not appeared yet. Rabbi Sapphire, let's continue in English.
Oh.
Ever since Esther became queen and moved into the castle, her uncle Mordecai comes to visit her regularly. And good thing he does. On one of those visits, he overhears some of the king's officers plotting to kill the king. He alerts the king immediately, saving his life.
All right, get that chat room ready. Our chapter 3 song is a little Purim gallows humor, because this is a song from 1977, the Bee Gees, that speaks to the hope of today. A Bee Gees song that speaks to the hope.
Hannah Carney for the
there
win.
We go. The first one comes in quickly. Name that tune. Here we go.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a Jewish man, no time for schlock. The plotting's loud and I must warn, there's evil at play. I'll sound the horn, it'll be all right. End of day, if I don't look the other way, you can try to understand why they cannot hurt this man. Just 'cause you're a hater sitting at the Gator King, staying alive, staying alive. Loyalty is breaking and now my fists are shaking, King, staying alive, staying alive. Ah, ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive. Ah, ha, 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 staying alive.
All right, as we continue the mitzvah of hearing the Megillah, chapter 4, Leah.
לך כנעוס את כל היהודים הנמצאים בשושן וצומו עליי ואל תאכלו ואל תשתו 3 ימים לילה ויום גם אני ונערותי עצום כן ובכן אבוא אל המלך אשר לא חדל וכאשר עבדתי.
Yasher koach.
And now in English, Rabbi.
Since the king is making so many changes in personnel, new wife, new officers, he decides it's time for a new prime minister too. King Ahasuerus promotes Haman.
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
Where did that jingle come from? I want to see Ryan's face.
Well, we'll do it again in just a moment.
Here we go.
Haman
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
is excited
I love
about
it.
his new
Let's
job.
try it one more time, Student Rabbi Lesnar. We're going to join in our collective pandemic Zoom Purim jingle.
We're getting spicy over here. Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
I love it. Let's keep going with the story.
Okay, so that guy is excited about his new job, and he decrees that everyone must bow down to him. But Mordecai refuses. The Jew bows to nobody but God. In retaliation, Haman
Ah! Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
vows to take revenge against the Jews.
All right, here we go. Our next song, a song by the Police. My zone now. Which could be our slogan for today. Police song could be our slogan for today.
Oh, nice. You know what, Asher? Really good. Jem gets it. But Asher, that was awesome. I love that guess. We'll have to do another parody.
Yeah, it could have been Every Breath You Take.
It
That
could
would
have
been
been.
really gallows humor. Here we go.
Okay. The best royal subject of Shushan fantasy. King wants me so badly, knows who I'm meant to be. There's inside him, there's a longing, not for a fool nor page. Minister, I'm so close now, soon I will take the stage. You must bow down to me. You must bow down to me. Morty must be jealous. You see, he won't bow low. He could just make this easy, fit into my tableau. Frustration, so bad it makes me cry. I won't stop annihilating till all the Jews go by. You must bow down to me. You must bow down to me. Ominous ending.
Thank you, Cantor. A little sting. Excellent.
Just for you.
So here we go, Zach. Chapter 5. Get ready, everyone.
Vayetze Haman.
Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
Bayom hahu sameach v'tov lev v'chirot Haman.
Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
Et Mordechai v'shar hamelech v'lo kam v'lo za mimenu v'yimale Haman.
Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
Al Mordechai v'shar hamelech v'lo kam v'lo za mimenu v'yimale Haman.
Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
Al Mordechai Chaimar.
Yasher Koach, Zach, thank you.
And now, Emily, if we can remove the spotlighting and we'll use speaker view, I think will work.
I think at home you need to go into gallery.
That's the only way to see Ryan?
Oh, to see Ryan in
Yes,
that moment?
Speaker view.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
let's try. Let's try, I see what's
Rabbi
happening.
Sherman, let's continue chapter 5 in English.
Haman.
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
He comes up with a plan, and he will exact his revenge by killing all the Jews. He goes to King Achashverosh and convinces him that the Jews aren't obeying any of the king's laws. And the king gives him permission to move forward. With his power now secured, Haman,
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
he is feeling untouchable.
All right, so here we go in song, that chapter 1990. This is a tougher one, at least for me.
Man.
MC Hammer speaks to the uniqueness of this moment.
This goes out to all my,
Concert.
MC Hammer. Oh,
Concert.
All right, here we go.
this goes off to my 80s baby friends.
Here we go.
Oi.
You can't touch this.
Can't touch me. Can't touch me. Follow student Rabbi Ryan, can't touch me. If you can see him, my revenge is a dish best served cold. Makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me with a mind for slime in this death decree. I feel good, cause I know I've won submission from all the folks of Shushan. No, I'm not too much. I'm just a man you can't touch. You can't touch me. You can't touch me. You can't touch me. I chose a date, drew a lot to punish all those who don't think I'm so hot now. They'll know you talk about him, and when you're talking primo, my plan is tight to hurt Mordechai and all Jews alike in no time. They've learned it doesn't take much to make my rage burn my goals. Legit, just bend your knees or you might as well quit. Here we go. Stop. Haman time. Listen to me. Bow down low. If you can't get with this, then you've got to go. So wave your hands in the air. Bust a few moves. I'm Shushan's best here, and this is it. I'm a winner. Show me praise with a fancy old dinner. Next move. Jews all dump. Just for a minute. Let's all elbow bump. Bump, 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 bump. You can't touch me. You can't touch me. Yo, ring the bell in Persia. You can't touch me. Break it down.
Woo. Here we go. Is Rabbi Clevenger in our Zoom room?
Thank you, Rabbi Paul Bunyan.
As we continue with the Megillah in Hebrew.
Just coming back from the market. Okay.
You know what, Rabbi Clevenger? I didn't know that was you. That's a good costume.
It may or may not be something that makes me happy. Humor makes me happy. Vayomeru na'arei hamelech elav hine Haman.
Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
Omed bechatzer vayomer hamelech yavo. Vayavo Haman Vayomer lo hamelech ma la'asot ba'ish asher hamelech chafetz bikaro. Vayomer Haman.
Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
Bilibo lemi yachpotz hamelech la'asot yakar yoter mimeni.
Yasher koach, Rabbi.
And so we continue in English.
When Mordecai hears of Haman's
Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
evil plot, he knows he has one chance to save the Jews. He goes to Esther and tells her to go to the king and beg him to spare the Jews. Esther is afraid at first, as no one is allowed to approach the king without an invitation, even his wife. But Mordecai convinces her that she cannot stay silent. Esther agrees to speak with the king, promising Mordecai she's not throwing away her shot to save the Jews. Knowing how much the king loves to celebrate, Esther invites him and Haman,
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
to join her for a feast.
Rabbi, do we even need to ask a question for the chat room for this next one?
Here we go. Because this is turning towards hope.
Oh, it's already been.
We need hope.
Wait, but Rabbi, the answer's already come from Sandy and Sarah Aronson.
How is this happening?
They can anticipate your next move.
Turning towards hope and vaccinations from Hamilton.
Thank
Here
you.
we go.
I am not furthering Haman's plot. I am not furthering Haman's plot. Hey, yo, I'll fend from my country. I'm young, Jewish, and hungry, and I'm not furthering Haman's plot. I'm gonna get a speakership with King quickly. I probably shouldn't lag, but dag, I am mad and I'm prickly. The problem is I got some trouble, situation sticky. I'm gonna holler just to be heard, and every word I'll say slickly. I'm a diamond in the rough, a snappy Jewish girl trying to change the world. It's within my reach, we're all teachable. Only a teen, but my mind is older. These ancient city streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. Jews have learned to manage. We have been kicked out and banished. I walk these streets famished. Plan as you can, this man who's to blame. But man, it's late and dark, so let me spell out my name. I am the big queen, B-E-S-T-H-E-R. We are meant to be a walled city that runs without anarchy. Meanwhile, King A keeps sleeping his nights restlessly. Essentially, Haman acts relentlessly. He's ruthless all around and runs a killing spree. He ain't ever gonna set my descendants free. So there will be a revolution in this here story. Enter she. You'll say in parentheses, don't be shocked that your Megillah scroll mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy, and I am not furthering Haman's plot. I am not furthering Haman's plot. Hey, yo, I'll fend from my country. I'm young, Jewish, and hungry, and I'm not furthering Haman's plot. I am not furthering Haman's plot. I am not furthering Haman's plot. Oh, yeah, I'll fend from my country. I'm young, Jewish, and hungry, and I'm not furthering Haman's plot.
So
Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
raise your hand if you're thinking, how did she write that? That was impressive. Raise your other hand if you're thinking, how did she sing that? Impressive. Student Rabbi Lesner, spicy. Let's continue with the Megillah, chapter 8.
ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר ובכל מדינה ומדינה ובכל עיר ועיר מקום אשר דבר המלך ודתו מגיע שמחה וששון ליהודים משתה ויום טוב ורבים מימי הארץ מתייהדים כי נפל פחד היהודים עליהם.
Beautiful. So now headed to our last chapter. I actually see the Phantom entered my Zoom room.
I
actually.
was looking for the Phantom.
Here we go. Rabbi Sherman, will you conclude our story in English for us?
The first feast is such a success that Esther invites the king and Haman
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
to join her for a second feast the next night. On the second night, Esther tells the king that she is one of the Jews that Haman
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
that he's planning to kill, and she begs for mercy for her people. The king is furious with Haman.
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
He declares that instead of the Jews, Haman will die.
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
That one came as a surprise. And Mordecai will be the new prime minister. Esther and Mordecai have saved the Jews from a terrible fate. And now, every year, we rejoice that despite Haman,
Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
we are still standing.
So here we go. On that note, Elton John, our last song, the grand finale, speaks to the Jewish people's survival despite the challenges that life may bring. I've got to open up my chat room.
Oh,
here
amazing.
they come. It's not Crocodile Rock. Sorry. Here we go. I'm still standing. We're still standing. The Jewish people is still standing.
Let's all dance if you can at home. Let's maybe even stand up just to show that we're still standing. You can never know what it's like. A Jew in Shushan told she'll pay the price by such a cold and bitter man who despises you. I must make a big sacrifice and share that I'm a Jew. And did I really think Haman could win? I'll show him that his fate is dark and grim. We'll be tasting victory on a joyous day. And if I must ensure that I'm still standing, you just look my way. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Defeating all our foes, feeling like a mighty Yid. Yeah, we're still standing after all this time. People trying to take our lives, not thinking we'll survive. We're still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One more time. We're still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, Asher, take it away as we conclude our Megillah in Hebrew.
ובשושן הבירה הרגו היהודים ועבד 500 איש.
All right, one breath, Asher. You think you can do it?
I'll try.
Okay.
ואת פרשן דתה ואת אלפם ואת אספתה ואת פורתה ואת עדליה ואת רי דתה ואת פרמשתה ואת ריסה ואת רי די ואת ויזתה עשרת בני המן.
Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
צורר היהודים הרגו ובביזה לא שלחו את ידם.
Yasher Koach, Asher.
Beautifully done. And so I see people in costume, and year after year, we've always enjoyed our costume parade. So what we would like to do is highlight you on the Jumbotron as we sing in the sanctuary with a disclaimer. If you're one of our students and you don't appear on the Jumbotron, we sincerely apologize because of all of our Zoom boxes are in different orders. So if that happens, send your picture to us and we'll make sure it gets in the bulletin and in our broadcasts because we want to see you in costume. Here we go, our Zoom costume parade.
In my trunk is my Purim costume. In my trunk is my Purim costume. In my trunk is my Purim costume. Purim costume, come along, all aboard for Shushan. In my trunk is my Purim mask. mask. In my trunk is my Purim mask. In my trunk is my Purim mask. Purim mask, Purim costume. Come along, all aboard for Shushan. Here you go. In my trunk is my Purim grogger. In my trunk is my Purim grogger. In my trunk is my Purim grogger. Purim grogger, Purim mask, Purim costume. Come along, all aboard for Shushan. In my trunk is my Purim Megillah. In my trunk is my Purim Megillah. In my trunk is my Purim Megillah. Purim Megillah, Purim grogger, Purim mask, Purim costume. Come along, all aboard for Shushan. In my trunk is my Purim Hamantashen. In my trunk is my Purim Hamantashen. In my trunk is my Purim Hamantashen. Purim Hamantashen, Purim Megillah, Purim grogger, Purim mask. Come along, all aboard for Shushan. Shake it up, down, all around. Touch the sky and touch the ground. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Shake it all day and night. Haman, Haman, play your game. You know you're the one to blame. That's what we call the Shushan Shake. The king told me to dance, but I said no, and that is when I knew that it was time to go. They didn't think that I would leave, but watch me. I was the king's first wife. My name is Vashti. Shake it up, down, all around. Touch the sky and touch the ground. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Shake it all day and night. Haman, Haman, play your game. You know you're the one to blame. That's what we call the Shushan Shake. I knew what to do to become the queen. I saved my friends and set them free. I'm not afraid under pressure. I changed the world. My name is Esther. Shake it up, down, all around. Shake it to the sky and touch the ground. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Shake it all day and night. Haman, Haman, play your game. You know you're the one to blame. And that's what we call the Shushan Shake. Cantor Zell and the Variants. Thank you to the band.
So, Rabbi Sapphire, we have had fun. We've heard from the Megillah, but it's important to give gifts to the poor. So can you share with us?
Yes, thank you so much. So we are supporting Yad Chesed, a local organization that feeds those who are hungry in our community. And we have donations to give until 11 a.m. tomorrow. So you can log on and donate through our Social Action Fund. Any tzedakah that is given to our Social Action Fund this month will go to Yad Chesed.
Excellent. Before we go, services for Shabbat tomorrow. But let us end. I'm going to take my goggles off.
Rabbi.
Furious blessing. Ah, yes, Rabbi.
Tomorrow morning at 9:30, we'll be reading Megillah and singing more songs and celebrating. The celebration continues.
And
Excellent.
if we could add, our youth community is having a grand car parade on Sunday at the temple at 11 o'clock. So drive on by. We've got some stations with trivia and music, photo booths, and opportunity to be together in person.
And Tot Shabbat too. There's so much going on this weekend. Purim, Purim, Purim.
So lots of beautiful ways to celebrate Purim. Student Rabbi Lesnar, can we hear it one last time? Just make sure it worms through our head for the rest of the evening.
It's very important that we all remember. Oh, Haman, Haman, you are the worst.
And so with that, let us conclude on this special evening in prayer with the words Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. Our God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, God of Esther and Mordecai, and all of us. We are grateful for the reminder to be joyous, even in the darkest of days. That when times seem tough, and sometimes the days seem even endless, that light will come. Oh God, on this day, we ask that you grant us strength and health, and we ask that for all those who are sick and suffering, that you grant them a speedy recovery. And grant us all the continued ability that even in the darkest of days, we can see love and great caring in this world. And let us always remember to take joy in that, and to laugh, and to sing, and to make hand motions, and to giggle, and to dress up, even when we're on Zoom. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Dear God, we thank you for letting us to arrive to this moment to celebrate Purim together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Everyone, this is Purim. This marks a Jewish year on Zoom together. And we're going to get through this. And so I want to thank you for being with us throughout this year. Shabbat comes and we're going to rejoice and we're going to take joy in each other's company and celebrate together. So Chag Sameach, have a great evening.
Chag Sameach. Thanks to the band again.
Let's end with something in song here.
All right, we'll play Chag Sameach. I think we have a...
Sameach, everyone. Sameach.